Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the world of marketing, branding, and the strategies that make an impact. Today we're talking about something that's bold, controversial, and downright unforgettable. Yep, you guessed it. Shock advertising. But why does it work? Let's break it down. Shock advertising is a powerful technique where brands use unexpected, provocative, or even controversial content to grab your attention. The goal? To make sure you never forget their message. Whether it's through graphic imagery, uncomfortable topics, or a jarring twist in the ad, shock ads are designed to stir emotions and get people talking. Shock advertising can be uncomfortable, but that's precisely why it works. When an ad disrupts your expectations or challenges your beliefs, it's hard to ignore. Think about it. Have you ever seen an ad that made you think, "I can't believe they just did that"? That's the point. Now let's take a look at some of the most famous examples of shock advertising in action. First example, PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. First up, PETA, known for pushing the boundaries with their ads. One of their most famous campaigns was the "I'd rather go naked than wear fur" campaign, featuring models, celebrities, and activists posing naked to protest the use of animal fur. This ad was bold and confrontational, sparking heated discussions about animal rights and fashion. It was hard to ignore, and it definitely made people think twice about fur. Some people found it empowering, others found it controversial. But one thing is for sure, PETA's message got through. Second example, Benetton's Unhate campaign. Next, we've got Benetton with their Unhate campaign. This one was a little intense. The fashion brand showcased images of world leaders like Obama and Hugo Chavez, photoshopped into passionate kisses with their political rivals. While the message was about promoting peace and unity, the imagery was undeniably shocking. It forced people to confront their assumptions about politics and relationships between world powers. Some loved it for its bold statement. Others hated it for its provocative nature. Either way, Benetton managed to get millions of eyes on the campaign. Third example, Diesel's Be Stupid campaign. Now Diesel took a different route with their Be Stupid campaign. This one was all about encouraging people to break free from conventional thinking. Their ads featured risky, rebellious imagery, everything from people making daring decisions to moments of pure chaos. While the message wasn't exactly controversial, it definitely made people question societal norms and the status quo. It was a call to action, but it didn't shy away from making people uncomfortable by celebrating stupid decisions. In a world where everyone's striving for perfection, Diesel told you to embrace your imperfections. Fourth example, the Dumb Ways to Die campaign by Metro Trains, Melbourne. Who could forget the Dumb Ways to Die campaign from Metro Trains in Melbourne? It's one of the most creative and memorable shock ads ever made. On the surface, it's cute, with adorable, cartoonish characters singing a catchy tune. But as the song progresses, these characters engage in increasingly dangerous behaviors, a stark contrast to the cutesy visuals. The result? A shock to the system that drives home the importance of rail safety. It's an example of how shocking visuals combined with humor can make a tough message more digestible, but still pack an emotional punch. Now if we talk about some Indian examples, first, we will talk about Bajao Campaign by Bajao.com. Bajao, India's leading online music store, released an edgy ad campaign that was controversial for some. The ad used intense visuals of people reacting to incredibly loud music with exaggerated faces, some even showing pain or confusion. The extreme reactions were paired with a tagline that pushed the idea of extreme sound, shocking viewers with the unexpected intensity of the music. This bold approach was risky, but it generated significant buzz and showcased Bajao as a brand that's not afraid to disrupt traditional advertising. Then comes Ariel's Share the Load campaign. Ariel's Share the Load campaign may not be a typical shock ad, but it shook the foundations of traditional Indian gender roles. It depicted a man doing laundry, something typically considered women's work in Indian society, and asked men to share the load in household chores. The shocking part? It boldly challenged deep-rooted cultural norms around gender and domestic responsibilities. Though it wasn't shocking in the traditional sense, The ad turned heads because it directly confronted an ingrained societal expectation, prompting conversations around gender equality. So why does shock advertising work? Well, the shocking content creates an emotional response, whether it's anger, surprise, confusion, or even humor. People are more likely to remember ads that make them feel something. And in a crowded marketplace, that emotional connection can be the difference between a campaign that gets lost in the noise and one that goes viral. Of course, this kind of advertising isn't without its risks. It can backfire, alienate your audience, or even cause a public relations nightmare if not executed properly. But when done right, shock ads can be incredibly effective at putting your brand on the map. From challenging social norms to shaking up our expectations, shock advertising leaves a lasting impression. What do you think? Have you ever seen an ad that left you shocked or amazed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the world of advertising. Final thoughts. Shock advertising can definitely be a game changer, but it requires careful consideration of the brand's values, the audience's tolerance for disruption, and the ultimate message you want to send. When executed well, shock advertising can create viral moments and spark meaningful conversations.